Looking for a good place to spend your next vacation? This article will take you to the top 10 most amazing places in the world to visit. Read on and learn what makes these places worth visiting at least once in a lifetime. Sometimes there is so much beauty in the world I feel like I can't take it, like my heart's going to cave in. American Beauty quotes, "This world truly is blessed with immense beauty. A beauty that is a combination of nature's creation and mankind's creativity. We are born in a small corner of the world, and there are many people in this world who never see how magnificent the entire world is because they never get a chance to explore. Have you ever thought of the fact that we live this life only once, and the reason why God has sent us to this world is because we can marvel on how beautiful and amazing the experience of living in this world is? What if we could spend a few days every year in seeing and exploring some of the most amazing places that are on this earth? What if it is a compulsion to go for a holiday, like a medical checkup? If you are willing to do the same thing, then read further and have a look at some of the most popular places in the world. Top 10 must-see places in the world. Wouldn't it be sad if we just spent our entire life studying, working, and paying our utility bills? And then one fine day, flipping through the channels of Discovery or National Geographic, we realized that there was so much to witness, so much to explore. Life is short, and the places are way too many to visit. Which is why, we will take you through the 10 most amazing places in the world, at least in theory, so that you can imagine what it feels to step into their soil and relish their beauty and culture. Rome, Italy. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, which is eat, drink, and dine. The Roman Empire was one of the most greatest and powerful civilization that ever existed on the earth. With monuments and artifacts dating back to more than 3,000 years, it is a delight for people who want to witness some great work of art that exists in the city. You can find massive Colosseum, Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel, and the Baroque Trevi Fountain, among the many interesting places to visit in Rome. Also known as the Eternal City, Rome is an ultimate destination for the Roman Catholics because of the Vatican. Other reasons to visit this city are the Seven Hills, 3 Coins in the Fountain, and the La Dolce Vita. Rome is also one of the leading fashion capitals in the world. So, if you are a fan of art, food, and fashion, then Rome awaits you eagerly. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Next on the list is the marvelous city of Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Famous for its beach culture and carnivals, this city is one of the most popular vacation destinations in the world. It is the perfect place for someone who wants to experience the landscape, which is truly breathtaking. The harbor of Rio de Janeiro is listed among one of the natural wonders of the world. With a beautiful combination of Pão de Açúcar, Sugarloaf Mountain, Tijuca Hills, Corcovado Park, and the amazing statue of Christ the Redeemer, Rio de Janeiro is a wonder of nature at its best. For those of you who are interested in sports, you have a reason to visit Rio de Janeiro in the near future. You know why? Because the 2014 FIFA World Cup is being held over there. Not only this, the marvelous city is also hosting the 2016 Summer Olympics and Paralympics. So, you have something to look forward to. Las Vegas, USA. Welcome to Vegas, baby. This Sin City has been an attraction to all the adults worldwide. Yes, Las Vegas is all about amazing casinos, gambling, nightclubs, and staying at some of the largest and luxurious hotels of the world. This is what makes it one of the most exciting cities ever. For people who don't want all of this, there is a lot more of the other side that Vegas has to offer. You can relax and enjoy yourself at some of the world's best luxury spas, enjoy multiple cuisines at the superstar chefs' restaurants, shop at some of the biggest boutiques, and go to some amazing artificial desert oases, wildlife preserves, and museums. So, if you're in the mood to live with luxury, then Vegas is where you need to be. Although, I don't think I need to remind you the famous saying, when people are headed to Vegas, what happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas. Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town happens to be the second largest, and the most beautiful city in South Africa. This is one African city that will make you fall in love with it. Its natural beauty and marvelous architectural designs will never want you to leave this place. There is the iconic creation of nature, the Table Mountain. The beautiful blue beaches and the view from the mountain top at night with all the lights make you feel as if you're living with the stars. Not only this, the mother city has much more to offer its visitors. You will find yourself within nature's lap when you look at the amazing landscape of Cape Town. You can also visit some beautifully huge colonial mansions and thousands-of-year-old vineyards. So, get ready to relax, explore, eat, shop, and experience the magic of Cape Town, South Africa. Cairo, Egypt. You sure did know that Egypt would be on the list, right? I mean, how can I miss the place where the mysterious ancient civilization of Egypt existed? Well, the ancient Egypt has mesmerized almost each and everyone in this world, and that is the main reason why people still visit Egypt to see the traces of its ancient and magical culture. Cairo is the largest city in Africa and Middle East and is situated at the bank of the famous River Nile. This is where most of the ancient Egyptians resided. You also have the Great Pyramid of Giza, Islamic City in Old Cairo, Egyptian Museum, and the Saqqara Pyramid Complex, wherein you can find some of the very first pyramids built by Imhotep, the famous architect and scientist of ancient Egypt. You have the Khan el-Khalili Bazaar, which can give you loads of varieties to shop. Even visiting the area in downtown Cairo known as the Midden Tahrir will give you an opportunity to go through the modern Cairo with amazing nightlife, shopping, and dining. All this and lots more is waiting for you in the city of ancient pharaohs. Singapore. Singapore is one of the most beautiful cities in Southeast Asia. This garden city is famous for its vibrant lights, skyscrapers, tall buildings, amazing cuisines, some nice wildlife parks, and shopping. What do you look for in a perfect holiday destination? A variety of new things to see. A good spot for eating, drinking, and shopping all day. And a good nightlife to groove to the music that gives you a chance to let go all the worries of life. If this is what you are looking for, then Singapore is the best option for you. Go discover the most prosperous city of Southeast Asia and go through the different cuisines influenced by the Malay, Chinese, and Indian flavors. You have places including Little India, Marina Bay, Sentosa, Orchard Road, and Chinatown that can make your shopping and dining experience worth remembering all your life. All this and more, only at the beautiful city of Singapore. Jerusalem, Israel. Jerusalem is also known as the Holy Land as it is the home of the three most prevalent religions in the world, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Mark Twain, the famous author, has described about Jerusalem that, the sights are too many, and that no place in Jerusalem seems to be without a stirring and important history of its own. Jerusalem is known for its multicultural influence. There are so many aspects to see, understand, and explore. Honestly, a single vacation is not enough to thoroughly understand its various aspects. You will find a medley of ancient Jerusalem with modern Jerusalem. On one hand, you will find a political aspect of life, and on the other hand, Jerusalem will be filled with spiritual and religious beliefs. So, if you want to have a glimpse of the ancient heritage along with a touch of modernism, if you want to witness the multicultural people with amazingly constructed mosques, temples, domes, and holy shrines, then Jerusalem is the place for you. Goa, India. If you haven't been to Goa, you'd be missing out. A little world within a country that takes you far away from what would seem Indian-esque cultured. It has reminiscent surroundings like that of Venice, with colorful buildings making up the architectural surroundings with mini-roof houses and friendliest of locals and travelers. You'll see little streets and colorful shopping stalls that have smiling, welcoming folk that are ready to give you what you want at a great bargain. The beaches are endless and clean, with pristine settings that can only make you sigh in sheer bliss. Beaches that you need to make a point to check out are Bagua and Anjuna, with the latter beach sporting stalls and mini-stores of a variant number of artifacts and unique clothing styles that everyone in Goa is seen comfortably clad in. Also, find yourself walking through a bustling market of wine shops, delectable food items, sweets, pastries, and spices in Mapusa. There's also the planet's biggest rave party that takes place just before New Year's called the Sundance Electronic Music and Spirit Festival, which has the world's most renowned DJs mixing it up for a mesh of ethnicities that travel from all corners of the globe to witness this 3-day extravaganza. This Portuguese-rich state is a truly remarkable place that has visitors coming back every year with only more to look forward to, and a rich historical backing to sit back and appreciate. Sydney, Australia. Famous for two of the most architecturally brilliant structures of the world, the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Sydney Opera House, this city is known to be one of the most livable cities that exists on the planet. As a tourist, Sydney is a package deal in all. Be it wildlife reserves, water parks, sports, performance arts, festivals, beaches, parks, museums, or cinema, Sydney has all of this and more to offer. Sydney is also one of those places which has a multicultural influence. If you have a look at the cuisines that Sydney has to offer, you will find various food districts of the Chinese, Italian, Thai, Spanish, Korean, Turkish, Lebanese, Japanese, Indonesian, kosher, Vietnamese, and Indian food that are extremely authentic in the way they are prepared. All in all, Sydney is a must-visit place for each and every tourist. Paris, France. If your passion lies in romance and fashion, then Paris is the place for you. Even the Parisians find it difficult to describe Paris in one word. Many poets and authors have dedicated many creative words to its beauty and culture. The famous author Friedrich Nietzsche said that an artist has no home in Europe except in Paris. That is right. Paris is the place for people who love art that comes from the soul. Take any artistic field for that matter: fashion, writing, architecture, food, music. Paris is the place for one and all. All the iconic places in Paris, be it the Eiffel Tower, Moulin Rouge, Notre Dame Cathedral, or Louvre Museum, all these popular tourist spots in Paris represent love for art. Paris also happens to be the home of many international fashion and cosmetic brands including Chanel, Yves Saint Laurent, L'Oréal, and Christian Dior. Paris is every lover's story, every poet's inspiration, every model's dream destination, and if you haven't visited the eternally beautiful and romantic Paris, you are missing out on a lot. These are only some of the many amazing places in the world out of the innumerable spots that are still left to be explored. If I start listing all the places that I find beautifully amazing, your entire vacation will pass just reading this Buzzle article. The world is beautiful, it sure is, but sadly, life is too short to witness its entire beauty and charm. So, make a good use of the only life you have to live and explore the creation that is no less than a mystery in itself. Au revoir.